I've had plenty of requests for 2018 found footage with a twist, The Devil's Doorway. The twist being that the film is set in the 60s, which is a new path for found footage. But hold on, this film's tagline states this is not a found footage film. It's actually a film that was banned. In fact, it was suppressed by the Catholic Church for the last 58 years. So now this film has seen the light of day. What do we think? Well, first, the plot. The film follows Father Thomas Riley and Father John Thornton, who are sent by the Vatican to investigate a reported miracle in a bizarre halfway-type nun-run house. You know the story, and are the father questioning his faith. Never heard that one before, right? And then of course, there's the Mary statue that is crying blood. Very original. But as the title of the film suggests, they uncover something much more. So I'm assuming my tone has given it all away. This film is sitting at 5.2 out of 10 on the IMDb rating. Yes, ratings aren't anything, but this one's for a pretty good reason. This film is so predictable and it doesn't even bother to cover its own tracks. The fact that the name of the film gives it all away says it all. Such a predictable outcome that is slapped within the title. But let's get technical. The film states to be filmed in the 60s, and of course it uses film reel to record itself. But there seems to be a slight upgrade to the quality. Although they have cropped the aspect ratio to appear like an old film, the stylized approach wasn't quite finished. Instead, we are given a mix of flash transitions, blinking bulbs, and full-on HD resolution. I know this is really nitpicky, but how amazing if we took this film the whole way and really gave it that 60s look. The look that 60 film actually has. I don't know if this would have been a good decision, but I really want to know what you guys would have thought about this. Would you rather watch this as a HD film, or would you rather it have the quality, go stylized the whole way, and actually look like found footage from the 60s? Or suppressed footage from the 60s? Would you rather a film grainy experience, or you're happy with the clear picture? But something we can't deny was the location for the film was perfect. And like the illusions Father John suffers, we feel as if we're trapped in a strange dream, never seeing the outside. Speaking technically, another thing I would like to mention is part of the editing that I found very strange, but also really authentic. This was the part where the audio was just recorded for some scenes. So you just saw kind of like the tape recorder going around. And then also they filmed some things around the room to use as overlay. And they did this in a handheld, kind of shaky, unpolished way. And I thought it was really clever and authentic to how they would actually put it down in a documentary. I thought it was quite clever. But back to the characters, this is not a plug, but this film oozes everything we talked about in the last stream for Does This Offend You? Because it was about religion, and it so happened that I watched this film after we did that stream, but this is so perfect to everything we were saying. The young girl who has had sex, who is now evil to everyone within sight. She's even possessed because sexuality, who would have thought in a lady? And then also, the father who is questioning his faith. This film was stale in every way except for visually, but what I will say is that the acting was superb. I loved the character, Father Thomas. I thought that he was acted beautifully and presented beautifully, but the subgenre of exorcism in films, possession, guys, we need something new. We're just redoing the same thing over and over. And this time, found footage has absolutely nothing to do with it. And just a note on this, something you might want to keep in mind during this film is you really need to pay attention, because dialogue really drives these kind of films, especially because they leave keys and little hints within the dialogue so they can wrap it back around. Dialogue is always so important in religious films, I find, because of this. Also, one last cliche for you guys. Why do these films always have to end up in caves? And that's not giving away anything. It's kind of like the last scene is in the first scene kind of situation, so don't worry. Don't get me wrong, I really didn't hate this film. Sometimes you want to watch a horror movie where you kind of know what's going to happen and it's easy to watch, but sometimes you hope for something fresh, you know? And for that, I'm gonna give this film a 5 out of 10. I'm on the fence still, I really am, and that's why I firmly believe the 5 point whatever IMDb score. For scare, I'm gonna give it a 2, and for originality, I'm gonna give it a 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this film more than I did. If you found something in there that you really loved and you really wanted to hold on to, please share it down in the comments. I would love to read them. I always love reading your point of views and seeing what you liked and what you can pick out the film that I didn't. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Stay spooky. Bye. And of course, another Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary,